Counting on Jana Duggar's biggest what-if wedding dress, counting on alum, Jana Duggar shocked the world with her stunning wedding dress. It even raised questions about whether Jim Bob was in the same boat with it or not. The oldest Duggar daughter wore a V-neck ivory satin dress for her big day. However, some Reddit users reacted to the time Jana put on what may be the most revealing wedding dress in the family. Keep reading to see the photos counting on. Jana Duggar's wedding dress with Stephen Wisman. Jana continues to receive praise regarding her wedding dress. Last month, the Counting on alum shared a closer look at her dress during her wedding ceremony. According to some, Jana may have worn the best Duggar wedding dress ever. Others also pointed out how beautiful the bridesmaids were, adding that it could be the best wedding in the family as well. Jana has yet to release clips from the ceremony, raising suspicions that they may get released by TLC instead. Jana's biggest what-if wedding dress. Some Reddit users reacted to Jana's latest vlog in which she shops for her wedding dress. She put on one that was way more revealing than what she wore on her big day. According to the poster, they couldn't imagine Jim, Bob, and Michelle's faces when they saw their daughter wearing such a dress. It's a sleeveless dress with her front showing off more cleavage. Some Counting on fans even said that things would blow up much more if Jana Duggar selected the dress. I'm surprised she even tried this on. Wow, it's a beautiful dress. I'm surprised Jana felt comfortable coming out of the fitting room. Mother would have had a stroke. That is such a wonderful dress. The halter dress looked stunning on her. I am really surprised Michelle wasn't with her. Counting on, how's Jana Duggar today? Jana has yet to share new updates since marrying Stephen Wisman. However, the Counting on alum recently shared vlogs featuring the things she's been up to before her wedding. One of them was the renovation of her fixer-upper with Stephen in Nebraska. Jim Bob and some of his daughters even came over to help with the renovations. It's unclear if Jana Duggar is already living in Nebraska with her husband, but she recently shared IG stories clips of him performing with his family, implying that she's been living with him. If you are looking for more Duggar family news, come back to TV shows Ace for all your updates. For fans of Counting on, Jana Duggar has been a fascinating figure. As one of the oldest Duggar siblings, she has gracefully navigated life in the public eye, often the subject of admiration and curiosity alike. Unlike many of her younger siblings, who married and started families at an early age, Jana has taken a different path. Her singleness has been a topic of frequent speculation, prompting countless discussions about what her future may hold. And for those who have followed her journey closely, there's one particular what-if that many can't help but imagine: her wedding dress. In the Duggar family, weddings are monumental events. The long guest lists, traditional values, and the wholesome celebration of love are all hallmarks of these special days. As each Duggar daughter has walked down the aisle, fans have waited in anticipation to see the bride in her gown, each dress telling a story, reflecting the personal style and heart of the bride. From Jess's understated elegance to Joy Anna's rustic charm, every gown has sparked conversation. But what about Jana? What would her wedding dress look like? In this creative exploration of Jana Duggar's biggest what-if, let's imagine the possibilities, drawing on her personal style, her character, and the Duggar family traditions that have been at the heart of so many of her siblings' weddings. A reflection of Jana's grace and modesty. One of the most defining features of Jana's personality, both on and off the screen, is her quiet grace. She's known for her calm, gentle demeanor and her consistent sense of modesty. These qualities, paired with her unwavering faith, would likely influence the style of her wedding dress. Modesty, of course, would be key. Duggar women have traditionally worn dresses that cover their shoulders and maintain a more conservative fit, in line with their religious beliefs. However, this doesn't mean the dress would be lacking in style. If there's one thing Jana has shown through her fashion choices, it's that modesty can absolutely be paired with beauty and elegance. Her wedding dress would likely have long sleeves, possibly made of intricate lace. Lace has a timeless and delicate quality that would suit Jana's personality perfectly, offering both sophistication and modesty. A high neckline, potentially with a sheer illusion fabric, could be a beautiful way to maintain coverage while adding a hint of modern style. For the silhouette, it's easy to imagine Jana choosing something classic yet comfortable. Perhaps an A-line gown with a slightly fuller skirt, flowing softly rather than being overly structured. This would allow for movement and comfort while still offering the gracefulness that seems to define Jana. The gown might feature delicate button details along the back, simple, subtle, but oh so elegant. A personal touch. Embracing nature, Jana has always had a deep love for nature. Whether it's gardening, decorating, or simply spending time outdoors, her connection to nature is undeniable. It's not hard to imagine this love of the natural world making its way into her wedding day, particularly in the design of her dress. Picture subtle floral embroidery woven throughout the lace. Not overly dramatic or bold, but softly placed, with little blooms scattered across the sleeves and down the skirt. This could symbolize her love of the outdoors, giving the dress an organic, earthy feel without losing its bridal elegance. The color palette would likely remain classic white or ivory, though a blush undertone might add a hint of warmth to the look, bringing in a touch of the natural world in a more understated way. Jana's wedding dress could embody a garden-inspired theme, combining traditional bridal elements with soft, nature-inspired details that reflect her passions and interests. The family traditions a Duggar wedding wouldn't be complete without nods to family traditions, and Jana's wedding would be no exception. One of the most notable aspects of Duggar weddings is their adherence to modesty, as mentioned earlier, but also their emphasis on family involvement. It's easy to envision Jana incorporating sentimental touches into her gown, perhaps wearing a family heirloom, such as a piece of jewelry from her mother or grandmother. Alternatively, she might sew a meaningful fabric into the lining of her dress, a subtle tribute to her family and their faith. These small, heartfelt gestures would allow Jana to honor her loved ones while still making her wedding day uniquely her own. The veil, a traditional touch with a modern twist in keeping with tradition. Jana would likely wear a veil, something all of her sisters have done on their big day. However, her veil could carry a twist that's uniquely her. While some Duggar brides have opted for shorter, simpler veils, Jana might choose something longer and more dramatic, perhaps a cathedral-length veil to match the elegance of her gown. The veil could feature lace trim that echoes the floral embroidery on her dress, creating a cohesive and delicate look. Imagine the light catching the lace as Jana walks down the aisle, the veil trailing behind her in a soft, ethereal way. This veil would add a sense of grandeur without overshadowing the simplicity and grace of her overall look. A vintage twist, one more possible inspiration for Jana's dream wedding dress could come from her love for vintage aesthetics. Jana has frequently expressed an appreciation for old-fashioned charm, whether it's through home decor or the way she styles herself. Her wedding dress could easily reflect this love for the past. Perhaps the gown would include elements inspired by the 1950s or early 20th century designs. Think satin buttons, a cinched waist, and elegant, flowing fabric that moves with ease. It could be a nod to simpler times while still maintaining a modern bridal look. The what if that fans can't let go of at the heart of it all, Jana Duggar's biggest what if wedding dress represents something far beyond fabric, lace, and tradition. For years, fans have been rooting for Jana, hoping that one day she'll find the love and partnership she desires, if that's her path. The imagined wedding dress is symbolic of that hope, a beautiful, modest, and graceful expression of who she is. Though we don't know when or if Jana will walk down the aisle, fans continue to